Alex's Caves, in my opinion, one of the best mods out there. It adds 6 unique cave biomes: the Candy Cavity, the Primordial Caves, the Magnetic Caves, the Abyssal Chasm, the Toxic Caves, and the Forlorn Hollows. And I'm going to get all the mobs from these caves and get all the advancements as well. This is episode 6 of Modded Minecraft. So to start off this project, I'm going to dig out the area where the hallway is gonna go, where I'm gonna trap all the mobs. So let me do that. Alright, so I just finished digging out the area for the hallway, and now I'm going to get all the mobs, advancements, and materials at the same time. Here's the plan. When I enter one of the biomes, I'm going to focus on the materials first, and catch all the mobs if I run into them while doing this. We'll probably also get some advancements already, while I'm getting the materials. After I finish that, I get the last advancements and then move on to the next cave. So, now that the plan is clear, I'm first going to get all the materials that aren't from the caves. Alright, so I just finished getting all the stuff that isn't from Alex's Caves, so now I'm going to get started on the plan. Since I found most of the biomes already while exploring, except for the Magnetic Caves, I think I'm going to get started on that one. So let me go there. Alright, so I just got to the Magnetic Caves, as you can see below me, and by the structure sticking out behind me. So now that I'm here, I'm going to get started with getting the materials and the mobs, and then get the last advancements. So let's do it. Alright, so I just finished getting all the materials and all the mobs from the Magnetic Caves. And also, while I did that, I also already got some advancements. So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to get the last advancements from the Magnetic Caves and then move on to a different cave. So let's do this. So for some reason the Galena Gauntlet isn't like working at all. Like, I'm clicking right click right now and I'm holding it. Nothing is happening. So I think I'm just gonna give myself this advancement since it's a bug and it doesn't work right now. Alright, so that means I have gotten every single material, mob, and advancement I need from the Magnetic Caves. So now, I think I'm going to move on to the Abyssal Chasm. So, let's do this. Alright, I made it to the Abyssal Chasm, and now I'm going to start by getting the materials and the mobs again, and then do the advancements at the end. Alright, so I just finished getting all the materials and all the mobs from the Abyssal Chasm, so now I'm going to move on to the advancements. Alright, so I just finished getting all the advancements from the Abyssal chasm. So, I think now I'm going to go to the toxic caves next. Alright, I made it to the toxic caves, which I totally didn't realize by this super not obvious structure. So, now I'm going to get the materials again, get the mobs, get the advancements, and move on. Alright, I got all the mobs and all the materials I need from the toxic caves. Now, it's just the last advancements that are left. Alright, that is everything from the toxic caves done, and you might notice some new stuff. Since I upgraded my storage and have a lot of space now that will last me a while, I also added 2 new mods to do this. They are Tom's Simple Storage and Iron Chests. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next cave, which will be the Candy Cavity. Alright, I already had a waystone saved for the Candy Cavity, so I got here in literally like 5 seconds, so once again, I'm going to get the mobs and the materials, and then the advancements. So let's do this. Alright, so I just finished getting all the materials and all the mobs for the Candy Cavity, so now I'm going to move on to the advancements. Just like that, that's the last advancement of the Candy Cavity. I already got the Jelly Bean one earlier, because it takes 2 in-game days for those bears to wake up from hibernation and then scratch against the liquor root, so I just AFK'd it. So, anyway, I'm going to move on to the next cave now, which will be the Forlorn Hollows. Alright, I made it to the Forlorn Hollows. Now it's time to get the mobs, get the blocks, and get all the advancements again. So, let's go. Alright, so now it was time to fight the mini-boss, the Forsaken. Just like that, that's all the advancements done from the Forlorn Hollows. Now, it's time to move on to the last cave, which is the Primordial Caves. Alright, I already had a waystone to the Primordial Caves and it's right below me. So, for the last time, I'm going to get all the blocks, get all the mobs, and then get all the advancements. Alright, so I think that advancement is broken because I did the thing, but it didn't give me it. So, I think I'm just gonna give it to myself then, because I actually did it. Alright, so that means every single advancement is done from the Primordial Caves, except for the one where I need to defeat the Luxoroctosaurus. So, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be a pretty intense fight because this thing has 600 health. That's, I think, more than double than what the Ender Dragon has. So, it's gonna be a tough fight. I'm gonna defeat it. I'm gonna get the last advancements, get that Land Titan, and then also do the Tremorzilla. Alright, just like that, that's actually all the advancements done from the Primordial Caves. Now, it's just the Tremorzilla left, and all the advancements will be complete. Alright, so I think I got all the materials I need for it. So what I need to do is I actually need to nuke this act to hatch it. So I'll just use the nuclear bomb I got earlier, connect it to a remote detonator, get away and detonate this thing. Oh, it hatched. There he is. Alright, I think over here should work, so let's see. Nope. 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 There we go. I need to AFK this thing for a day and then it should grow up. Like a Minecraft day. Alright. I shoved 20 hostile mobs in here. And now if I shoot it with the Tremordial, I should get the last advancement. Alright, I think I'm just gonna give myself it because this also doesn't work. Alright, so earlier I already got all the materials I need. So now I'm just gonna let this thing build, like AFK it maybe overnight. And then come back when it finishes, put in all the mobs, and then it's finished. Alright, so the schematic just finished building, and now I'm gonna fix all the bug blocks, put in all the mobs, and then the hallway will be finished. Alright, so I made the path longer, I made it connect to here, because I also did the elevator, which will lead down to the hallway, which I have all the mobs in now, so let me show you. Alright, so just like that, I trapped every single mob and Alex escapes. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!